Let's go ahead and get started. So if this is your first time watching one of these videos, hello, my name is Paige Sachovka. I'm an international board certified lactation consultant, and I have been working with our local JANS office, JANS Medical Supply store in the Springdalum area. So JANS has store locations in over 50 different locations, whether stateside, overseas, but it's directed to our military communities. So welcome. Today I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about a fun topic that can be very useful, very helpful for moms going through their breastfeeding, pumping, milk expression journey. So I wanted to talk to you about hands-free pumping cups. They basically look like this. This is our legendary hands-free cups. So essentially what it is a combination of, this is our standard flanges, but it combines the flanges and the collection, the bottle, all together in one. So this is the outside, this is the flange, and back here is where the milk goes. So it's 2 in 1, it's a combination. So that's essentially what it is. And it can be very, very helpful for moms depending on situation. So couple of my favorite situations where these are lifesavers is when you are a pumping mom, or maybe a regularly pumping mom, doesn't have to be exclusively, but you're struggling to find time to meet all your pumping needs. So let's say you are a mom and you're busy and you need to pump 2 times, 5 times, 10 times, but you're struggling with time management because dishes need to be done, laundry needs to be done, you got work, you got school, you got other kids, or some other commitment that is making including regular pumping sessions difficult in your day-to-day life. So this is one of my favorite time management gadgets that really kind of changes things, because previously when we had standard flanges in their bottle, we'd be sitting there on our pump holding the flanges, just waiting for our time to be over, might be doing some massage, might be playing with the controls, whatever. That is good and great, and I love that for the moms who have time to sit down and relax and do that. But for some, that's not an option. They are get up, go, busy, and they don't have time to sit there for 15 minutes, 20 minutes and hold these to their breasts and wait until they are done expressing milk. And even when you have the hands-free option, like the bra hack, couple other the bras, that you can make hands-free options for this, which is good, but you do run the risk of, if you turn a certain way, it can fall off. So these are a little bit more secure, and once you get the suction in there, it's very rare to see leaks in these, which is why I like the legendary ones a little bit more than the others. They seem more secure as far as leak proof than other comparable brands. So just a little thing to think about. I like these because they help you get the pumps in. So rather than sitting there like, okay, I know the goal is to pump 6 times a day, but realistically I'm only getting 2 or 3 in. This kind of helps bridge that, because if you compare it with a small pump, where maybe you can put it in a little bag on a shoulder, or clip it to your pants and then put these in, you really are incredibly mobile. Another good time, if you're a mom who's struggling to get their regular pumps in, a good time to kind of combine this is actually when you're driving. So let's say you're going to work and you live 20 minutes from your job. That's an optimal time to put these in your bra and to clip your pump to you, and then that provides you with free time. You not have to do much, you just simply drive and go, pump and go, and that can be a good time management thing as long as you're not messing with the controls and everything. So those are a couple places where I think these kind of really shine, is incredibly helpful for a mom. They are compatible with really any pump. So the way that it works, so I can break it down for you guys and show you the insides. So you have this flange insert, and then you have this piece. I really like, again, I prefer the legendary milk ones compared to others. I really like this one because it has a backflow protector, which is nice, and it makes sure that there is no milk entering your tube or your pump. It provides a more safe, more hygienic pumping experience for you and baby milk. all that. And then you got your duckbill right here, backflow protector. And then this is the flange part, and it locks into place, so it's very secure. So if you're washing this, you would take apart, you know, all of the removable parts. You would take that apart, clean it, make sure all is good to go, and then you would put it back together once it's nice and dry. So, well, and then so you have this little spout airflow. You want that to go in this little hole, and when you put it together, you also want that to connect on this hole. And it clips, and then once it's there, how you connect it is you take your tube and then you attach it to the flange cup, the hands-free cup, then you take your other side and you put it to the pump. There is a couple times where this can be a little bit of a hard compatibility. So for a couple of the Medela pumps, I'm specifically thinking of the Medela Freestyle Flex. They have these little plastic pieces at the end of their tubes that go into their pumps on both sides. So you'd have the plastic piece that goes into the pump, and they usually have a plastic piece that goes into the flange. So for those Medela users, you would want to cut your tube. You want to cut the plastic piece on one end. You want the plastic end to go into your pump, and then the other end, instead of the plastic end inserting into a Medela flange, you want to cut it, and that way it's a normal tube again, and you can use that. So there's a couple of engineering things that you can do, tips, tricks, to make this universal for pretty much any pump. All you need is a tube, and then for that tube to attach to your pump, and these are accessible pretty much universally. I mean, if you already have, let's say you have a hands-free pump, wearable pump, something like, you know, your LV Stride, you wouldn't need this because they're essentially the same. So those are just a couple ideas. Oh, I see we have a couple watchers. Thank you all for watching. If you guys have any questions at any point, feel free to jump in and ask any questions. I appreciate you guys, your support, and watching this. So yeah, just a couple of ideas on how to make this accessible. This one thing I really love in pretty much all pump accessories is if they can be universal across the different brand styles of all the pumps. So that's something I appreciate for my moms, because, you know, we want all moms, regardless of what kind of pump they have, to access the same different types of things. So that is just a little bit about this. Also, one more thing before I let you go. So if you are a TRICARE family, and you got your breast pump through TRICARE, all your supplies, I just want to let you know, TRICARE is now covering these, because essentially these are flanges as compared to our traditional flanges. So when you go to buy your pump while you're pregnant, or, you know, the first time you take your prescription, you get your pump will come in with 2 sets of flanges, usually a 24 and a 28. So that's one set of flanges, and then after you give birth to your baby, you can go back into your supply store, your Jan store, and get a resupply, so you get all the items that you're allotted after you have baby. And one of the supplies is an extra set of flanges. But so now these are considered to be a set of flanges. So now this can be covered through TRICARE as flanges, which is a really nice idea, because when you first get your kit, you already get, you know, 4 flanges, 2 sets of 2 different sizes. So now you can get a different type. And since we're talking about flanges, if you have not sized your nipples for your flanges, please do that. That is an essential part of pumping, especially if you are someone who needs to rely on your pump or intends to pump regularly. Having the correct flange size on your nipples can be a night and day difference as far as how much milk you're producing and how much you're able to output for your baby. So if that is something you're interested, you're always welcome to talk to me, whether you are local in my area or virtual. That's something I can definitely assist you with. But if not me, someone else, I highly encourage everyone who intends to pump to just check in their and size their nipples for the flange sizes. I can guarantee, from what I've been seeing over the last, I don't know, 7 years, 80% of moms have smaller nipples than what comes in the standard size, 24-28. It's been a long time since I've actually seen a 24 nipple. So just a little food for thought, some ideas for you to consider when you are, embarking on this new pumping, milk expression, breastfeeding journey. So thank you guys for watching this. If you watch all the way to the end here, thank you so much. I appreciate your support, and I'm happy to be here with you and providing you accessible lactation education no matter where you are. Thank you. I'll see you guys next week.